So recently guys, I've seen this tag floating around on YouTube and it looks really fun to do, and it's called the Doctor Who tag. So I'm going to be doing that today. As you can see, I've got my Doctor Who hoodie on. So let's get straight to it. When did you start to become a Doctor Who fan? I think I started to become a Doctor Who fan back in the reboot, 2005. I think it was the first episode of the first series, and I remember I was on the computer and my dad was like, "Oh, come and have a look at this, you'll like this," and I was like, "No, I won't. Turns out I was wrong, and I am probably the biggest Doctor Who fan that I personally know. Question 2, which is my favourite Doctor? Yeah, I'm going to be annoying and pick 3 Doctors, even though it's very hard because each Doctor brings a different persona to the show. I'm going to say for the classic version, I'm going to say Jon Pertwee, which was the 3rd Doctor. I'm picking him because before him, the Doctor was sort of like kind and humble, and as soon as Jon Pertwee came along, he was like, ha, you know, with Felucian Karate, I think it was, and like, you know, it literally, the show exploded from like black and white to colour, and then you had all like these sci-fi, you know, you had Bessie, you had, you know, the Whomobile, you had units, you know, you had Brigadier, and it was all just this massive explosion of like colour and excitement, and it was like a totally different show. The next Doctor I'm going to say for the classic era is Tom Baker, because, you know, why not? No, I think he is, when you think of Doctor Who and you think of the classic era, that's the first Doctor you think of. He is so fundamentally part of Doctor Who, you know, with the long scarf and the...
Would you like a jelly baby?
He has got it all, and that's why I love Tom Baker so much. For the reboot version, there is only one Doctor that stands out to me, which is David Tennant, because literally after Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant just took on the role and he just made it his own, and it was literally like his show. I would watch every week just to see David Tennant because he's such a brilliant actor even now. Jon Pertwee, Tom Baker and David Tennant. Question 3, favourite companion. I would have to say there's only one companion. One companion and a robot dog. I'd say my favourite companion ever of all time has to be Sarah Jane. I mean, Sarah Jane is just amazing. You know, she was amazing when she came back in the reboot version, she was amazing in the classic version, and she was such a brilliant actor, you know, and she wouldn't take the Doctor's, you know, back chat, you know, she'd give the Doctor a bit of fire, and that's why I like. Also, K9, because he is a robot dog and he is so amazing, you know, he's so cute. But it's such a fundamental companion. Question 4, favourite episode. I would have to say my favourite episodes would have to be Poison Sky and Journey's End, and of course the 50th anniversary, but I think Poison Sky and Journey's End was such a brilliant episode. You know, it had all the companions from like the classic era, you know, you had Sarah Jane in there, you had like the Sarah Jane series, then you had Torchwood, and then you had the Doctor Who series, and they all sort of combined in one episode, and I love that. Yeah. My favourite episodes, I would have to say Poison Sky and Journey's End, and my reasons behind that would have to be, it is such a brilliant episode, and you know, you got all 3 little separate genres of Doctor Who. Like, you've got the Sarah Jane Adventures, which is for children, you have like Doctor Who for families, and then you have Torchwood, which is more for like 16-year-olds and up, and then they all sort of join in one episode, and you've got Unit there as well, and then you've got the Daleks, and you know, you have Sarah Jane, and then you have all the companions of the David Tennant era as well, all helping to fly the Earth back. It's just such a brilliant episode. Next question, least favourite episode. My least favourite episode was the finale of this current series, which was with when the Doctor finally came back to Gallifrey and was face to face with Russell. I'm not too sure what the episode name is, but it was such a weak storyline. It was the most brilliant, you know, it was the most brilliant idea, you know, because in the reboot we never had the Doctor go back to Gallifrey. I mean, we've seen Gallifrey, but we never had a full episode on Gallifrey, and it was just so weak. you know, Clara just, it was just a weak episode, you know. I'm glad they had classic moments, like with the classic TARDIS, and with like the Daleks, and you know, all the stuff in the cloister rooms, and then Rassilon. Glad they had that. So we never found out who the hybrid was. It was between like the Master, the Doctor, and me. It sort of centred around the Doctor sort of saving Clara, and it just, the whole structure just fell apart, and it was such a letdown from actually a really good series. My least favourite companion, I would have to say, my least favourite companion would have to be Clara. I think this series has sort of weakened her character. She was fantastic with Matt Smith, and I like the chemistry between them, but then I think when Peter Capaldi came along, even though he's a brilliant actor, I think it sort of weakened their relationship, and it sort of, there was nothing really to go on, nothing to build Clara's character. Least favourite Doctor. Oh, now, least favourite Doctor is a very hard one for me because I love every single actor that's played the Doctor, and I love every single Doctor so far. I would have to say the least favourite Doctor for me, just because they haven't come back to the series, is Chris Paxton. I mean, I know Chris Paxton still is involved with Doctor Who a little bit, but it's just, I never really latched onto the character. I mean, if you go back into the classic series, at least some Doctors there had like at least 2 or 3 years, you know, to develop their character. And I think Chris Paxton, I mean, he's a fantastic actor, don't get me wrong, and he was fantastic playing the Doctor. But the only reason he's not my favourite is because you didn't have that connection, you didn't, because it was only a year, it was a very short time to get to know somebody, and then he was just gone. If you get a chance to become a companion, what kind of companion are you? Like I said, I think I would have to be either a mix between Sarah Jane and Rory, because and Mickey, because I love, even though like I just said, Sarah Jane is such a brilliant character, you know, so strong and so vital to the series. Mickey, you know, they had sort of like that pally with the Doctor, and I would like that, but he also had that strong, you know, he also built the character. And also Rory, because he's such a lovely, bubbly character, you know, and he's such a kind, caring character. So I think I would have to be a mix of those three. Greatest monster I have ever seen in Doctor Who. Fundamentally, I know it's going to be the first choice of many, but I'm going to say the Dalek. Worst monster I have ever seen in Doctor Who. Worst monster in Doctor Who, I would have to say, from the classic era, I would have to say Syl, which is sort of like a slug-like creature with like a face. So guys, that was my Doctor Who tag. I hope you liked this video and gives it a thumbs up. And also, if you really liked it, make sure to leave a comment and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video.